I got my new thing imported. I got the Christian Dior. They wanna look at the foreign. They couldn't even afford it. Look what I did with the bag. Look what I did with the bag. I got a thing in the back, and I ain't taking no chat. I got my new thing imported. I got the Christian Dior. They wanna look at the foreign. They couldn't even afford.
Unfiltered people, we are back up in the building. Express Truth Show, making Thursdays great again. And before we do anything else today, people, hit that like button, hit that share button, hit that subscribe button, leave a comment. It's algorithm business that we are dealing with in the building today. Patreon crew, big up yourself. Spotify crew, you already know what time it is. YouTube members, you already know what time it is, man. And before we do anything else today, folks, let me bring in my co-host, Stephen Brown. Stephen, what you saying, man? What's going on?
Yeah, talk to me, sir. Sorry, sir. What about?
You saying, man?
Express Truth Show, man. Making Thursdays great again, never late again. It's the greatest show on earth, man. Dynamic duo, back in full effect. Changing the world one Thursday at a time. Your favorite podcast, favorite blood clot podcast. I know the rest of it. We say, before we kick it up like a game of FIFA, big man.
We in the building, man. Taking it easy, man. Back on Unfiltered. You know what time it is?
Expressing out here, back, serving up the truth.
That's it, man. That's it, man.
Oh, my face of me and look dry. That's why me I shake it.
We in the building, man. So what you saying, Stephen? How's the week been, man?
It's all right, blood. So I see skies in blue. So
the winter hit you, yeah? The weather just changed, didn't it?
The week's been fine. The weather's been dead. That's
dead, isn't it?
That's the only complaint, yeah. But it is what it is. Man. September in it officially.
You know what though, Stephen? Yeah, you know you always hear people talking about that they control the weather and all that. You ever heard people say that before?
Too much.
So I heard it all my whole life. People
they control the weather, but you can't control your behavior. But
they'll be like, yo, they control the weather. But think about it, yeah. Think about it. We had like maybe 4 to 5 months of nice weather.
It wasn't that long, bro.
All right,
or you just mean not raining and stuff.
I say since about March.
Yeah, you know what it is. You are right, Mark. I'm nitpicking because I'm thinking of the real standout days. You know what I mean? But you are right. Go ahead.
Since about March, yeah, we have been having nice weather. I tell you why. Go on. Because if you go back to when me and you went to that food court in Erdington a few months back, that was about 3 months ago.
Yeah, weather was booming.
So the weather's been booming. The weather has been booming. And all of a sudden now, the day the children go back to school, the majority of the children went back to school, weather went bad. Mm-hmm. Is there any facts to what these people are saying?
I don't know, because it's always...
I got cold, you know. It's only just finishing now. It's cold. Literally just finishing now. And I mean, listen, this might be, on a dietary level, the best I've ever eaten. I'm talking about man's drinking beets, man's eating beets, sea moss, black seed. The list goes on. How did I even get a cold, blood? Because I'm following what them man are saying. I'm following what them Sebi and them man are saying now.
Yeah, you can still get... But we live
it just creeps through soon as the weather changes.
I hear what Dr. Sebi and all that was saying. Yeah. Obviously, man's keep it clean, but...
Facts.
We live in a modern age, blood.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So despite however clean you keep it, remember other people aren't clean. The environment's not clean. You know what I mean? There's always going to be all kinds of bacteria, virus, pathogens. There's always going to be things about, man, that sometimes the immune system, it'll be able to fight it off, but sometimes it get knocked first. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's like the second the children go back to school, yeah. Mm-hmm. Second my children went back to school, it's like within a week, these illnesses start coming in and stuff. See what I mean? But yeah, I just thought I'd mention that, like, man's always talk about the weather. Yeah. And I always shoot them down, but honestly, there might be some merit to this. There might be some facts to this, because all of a sudden now, there's no sun. Listen, the gas bill, Stephen, was pennies the other day. You blink.
Are you back on it already?
Yeah, man.
We never reached that stage yet, man.
Oh, yeah, you started firing up yet?
My youths have been all right, though, blood. I ain't no complaints on my youths. Because all you niggas are my sons, fam. Yeah? My youths ain't complaining, fam. But they don't send man a Father's Day card either, so I don't know what's going on with them, blood. Talk to me now.
Nah, facts,
Kick it off like a game, man.
So we in the building, man. There's only one place to start this week, yeah? And that is with the 13th. The 13th, unite the flag on the 13th. So on the 13th, there was a huge demonstration.
The Saturday gone?
Yeah, man. huge demonstration in London.
Mm-hmm.
Tommy Robinson brought out. I'm seeing all kind of numbers. The press said 150,000. But if you go onto Twitter,
They've said 100 and sorry to cut. Yeah, they said
Yeah.
150. I've heard 110. I've heard 75. I've heard 50,000.
all I know is that there was a lot of people there.
There was bagger man.
Loads of people there. Now, I'm still confused as to what this Unite the Flag is about. I seen Elon Musk called in.
Elon just people
Yeah.
people keep saying they're worried about him trouncing on British politics. I feel like he's just bored, blood. The geezer's a gazillionaire, blood. I got more money than he could ever spend in probably 10 lifetimes, bro. The man's going space on a whim. The geezer's bored, blood. The geezer's bored. Let me just stir up some things. The geezer's bored because didn't he also infiltrate himself into South Africa? I know he's South African, but into South African politics for a time.
Yeah, he did.
You know what I mean? The geezer's just bored, bro.
Yeah.
Because he was with the US thing for a bit. Now he's here. Next thing you're gonna hear is in bloody Spain, then Germany. The geezer's just bored, bro. The geezer's bored. He might have too much money.
But with what he's doing, yeah, because remember this, people can say what they want to say about Elon Musk, but remember, said my man's got 99% of the planet are moving around for, yeah, which is money. And for some reason, he wants to be involved with politics. He wants it. He's gave the man's the platform of Twitter, yeah, where he's made Twitter a free speech platform. Let's keep it real. You're seeing all kind of madness on X these days. So why is he involved? What is it that these men are saying? Tommy Robinson's people, what is it that they're saying?
Tommy Robinson, he linked with Katie Hopkins was there. Fam, you know the Poland Prime Minister was there as well.
Oh, was he?
Or is he the Prime Minister or is he the President?
Yeah, check
Prime
that,
Minister.
check that.
Yeah, he was there, blood.
I seen a couple of them gone.
Fam, that's him, blood.
Oh, no way.
I clapped him straight away. I said, yeah, let's say you jump on it too. Because they don't play in Poland. They don't play none of that shit. Like, man's coming in. I think what I can grasp, and he was saying, because I saw a bit when he was, they were speaking to him, and he was like, oh, we've had enough government, we want them gone, da-da-da-da-da. We want to stop the boats, yeah, da-da-da-da. All that. It's just, Mark, it's the same rhetoric. Remember, these men have been saying that forever. Tommy's like, when it was the EDL, whatever the hell it's called now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They've been saying that since daylight morning. From the first day in history when light come up, them man I say, yo, come out with country. From its start till now. But it's really picking up steam now in 2025.
Yeah.
Like people are frustrated and da-da-da. We spoke on it before. And the maddest thing is, for those who didn't see Express Truth Clips channel, the link somewhere
Yeah, man.
to the video where we spoke on it and we said, yo, it's England. If people want to, and this wasn't picking sides. This was literally talking about the act of flying the flag, whether it's the St. George's, whether it's the Union Jack. We said, it should be allowed. It's England. You can fly every other flag under the sun.
Fly it.
Shouldn't be an issue. The comments, you mans don't know because your grandparents from. I'm saying, yo, I don't. I didn't get offended because remember my screenshot and showed it to you. I was bending. And I voice noted. I was bending because I spoke to a few people. Right? I said, imagine you're that filled with hate where two brown faces. That's all you see. You don't even listen to what's being said because no one was trying to stifle on your thing. No one's trying to stifle your movement or your rights, whatever you want to do, and you're still getting butt hurt and racial this, racial that. You're not from here. Your grandparents aren't from here. Go back home. Blah blah blah. Like it's mad. You're just that blinded by hate. It's crazy.
I honestly don't get it, Stephen. Honestly, because I know the comment you're speaking of.
Yeah.
I went back and I listened to that episode, and I believe that we were both fair. And what I mean by that is, if you notice, man's responded to the comment. And I said, yo, I said, Joe, fly the flag on every corner. Like, if you listen to the show.
I saw it flying today.
Yeah, if you listen to the show, we're not disagreeing with what them man are saying. We're saying you should be able to fly your flag.
All the other politics might not getting involved in, but we're just talking the literal act of flying it. We're saying it's England, it's the national flag, even if you want to exclude St. George's and just say the Union Jack, it's the national flag. You can fly everything else. You should be able to fly it. That's all we say.
Facts. And I've been talking on stream a lot about it, but you probably ain't clocked it because you ain't been on stream, obviously. But I've been watching a lot about the war and that, World War II and this and that.
Yes.
And modern history starts there. Modern Western history starts there. Yeah, it doesn't matter what no one wants to say. Everything that you see going on today in the West is because of that. Yeah, that kicked everything off. Mm-hmm. Simple. Yeah, World War II started, The Germans had a plan, fam, back then. They had a plan. They wanted to take over the West. These men stood their ground, fam. I'm gonna keep it real with you. These man here, man them in the States. You talk about the Polish blood with Robinson.
The Allied Nations.
No disrespect to them, but they got captured, blood. The French, they got captured. They surrendered. The Polish surrendered. You want to talk about the 7,000 from the Caribbean that came over and fought. You want to talk about the Brits never laid down, blood. But what I'm showing you is that modern history starts from right there. Because remember,
you can say that, yeah.
when Churchill jumped on the mic and he was chatting to these men, you know, he was telling them that they're fighting for the future of their country and this and that. That's what he told them. So after the things went down and the whole things happened, Stephen, I'm going to keep it real. I'm going to say something controversial, you know.
Probably ain't, but go on.
Listen, man. They won the war, yeah? The Brits. On paper. The Germans won the war in history, blood. You want me to break it down?
For those at home, yeah.
You see this immigration thing, what they're talking about now? It all starts from back there. That's where it starts from, where they feel like they got misled, innit? They feel like they got misled around that time, the Brits.
Okay.
So they feel like they got misled. We came in after the fact, and the door stayed open, innit? And you got what you got going on today.
No,
so these man, go.
No, you're right, but you have to be real. When we came over, we were invited.
Man. Oh yes, of course. I'm not saying us. I'm not saying us.
No. I know what you're saying. But I'm just saying because people like to say I know people didn't like it then. They're not gonna like it now.
Yeah.
But I'm just trying to say for those who may try to inflate or equate it to what's going on now. You know what I mean?
In terms of
an invitation is different from just rocking up, but that shows you that people who are just filled with hate are just filled with hate. Like they don't care. They don't care if their own grandmother invited you over or you snuck over the garden wall.
I'm saying is
they cast you under the same thing.
What I'm getting at is, in so many ways, is that they believe that it's not what it is that they thought it was going to be. Let's just put it like that. So now you're hearing about all these major numbers of this particular group coming here, this particular migrant hotel being built up there. Other people are screwing saying, you know, I've heard what you said, you know, actually repeated to me the other day, where a man said, Joe, would you prefer them to be in the hotels or in the HMOs next to you?
That's what I mean.
That's where it's going, but it's getting to the point now where it's going to be both. It's going to be both. It's going to be mans are going to be in the HMOs and in the migrant hotels.
And in your back garden.
Yeah. So that's what's going on. So now what you're having now is you're having a lot of debates online now where them man are trying to almost solely blame the problems on them, which I get it. There's a lot of issues that come with that.
On what? On those
migrants.
On those coming over?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, the migrants and stuff, which that did happen to us. I'm going to keep it real. That happened to us.
Yeah. That goes back to my point. It doesn't matter in the eyes of those who are just opposed to it, Mark, yeah? Those who are hateful, those who are just opposed to it. It doesn't matter the route you take to get here. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So to them, it doesn't matter whether it's via invitation, you sneak in, you come in legally. They don't care. Those who hate you and hate the system and hate how that works, they don't want you here. They don't care.
Facts.
They're not interested. Do you know what I mean?
Facts.
Like it's like trying to teach algebra to a brick wall. It's not gonna get anywhere. You're only gonna waste your time.
Real talk. So that's basically where it's at. And a lot of men just believe that, they've been tricked or whatever the case. I've been watching the content, innit? So it's not me saying this, I'm watching the content.
It's, you know, if you're talking the case of the immigration situation that's going on within the UK, if you're someone like myself who I wouldn't, like I always say, I'm not aligned with either side, I'll be honest. You know what I mean? Because I'm someone who likes to...
That was the comment, Stephen. They said you're not aligned with either side.
Yeah. You're
not aligned with either side because...
Your parents aren't from here.
Your grandparents ain't from here. And then a man goes, we got 1,000 years or something here. We got grandparents 1,000. We got ancestors 1,000 years back.
That's what they said.
That's what they said, the commenter. Yeah.
No, I understand. No, I understand where you're coming from. And obviously you're upset. But I don't know why you're upset, even if that's the case. Because shouldn't you be upset if I was... leftist, yeah, because humans are left. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying, Mark? That's when I'd expect you to be upset and write that kind of comment. If I was totally opposed to your views. But this is what I'm trying to say, and this is why I always say in life, in politics, it's hard because what makes these systems hard is us as humans, because humans are innately emotional creatures.
That's a fact.
Like, we're not like Spock from Star Trek. We can't just do things with logic and no emotion. Like, we struggle. I know it's easy. I feel like we can practice and do it, and it's easier said than done, but I feel like it does need to be put into practice, because some things, if you took the moment and you let your rage subside, yeah? You let your sadness subside, and you just thought about this situation with a clear head, you'd be able to come to a sensible resolution.
Fact.
But it's too much. It's too emotional. And when I say that, it's use over here. Oh, I believe in this and that and that. Use over here. I believe in that and that and that. You're both so strong on your point emotionally. This is what you believe. You don't care you don't care about any other facts that are presented to you. You're not even leaving space for a dialogue, let alone a peaceful resolution.
Right.
And then people, it's hard because even things with the media, you have this protest, yeah. I think there was some arrests, but not. I don't know if there was. I think police were attacked and stuff, but I don't know if there was any. Other than that, I didn't hear of any, which is bad enough. But I didn't hear of any major incidents. So I didn't hear about anyone being killed or anything like that, Mark. Yeah. So if you want to say that, call it a court. But let's say nothing happened at all. It was a fully peaceful protest. Yeah. For the hypothetical, would you still then call them in the media and stuff the far right? Because I can understand you're totally opposed to what they believe, but shouldn't there be some sense of non-bias? Just because you're totally to the left, you know what I mean? But that's the problem. Yeah. Neither side can find any common ground, and a lot of that's out of choice.
They're even arguing about the numbers.
You don't want to find any common ground.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a bit mad. It's a bit mad. But the reason I'll explain for those who are just upset and angry and may not want to get, but I'll say it. The reason I say I'm more in the middle of everything, because I don't really strongly agree with either side. I won't say disagree. I don't strongly agree with either side, meaning I can see points on it, so okay, you make a decent argument. I see points of it, okay, you make a decent argument. But I can't be like, yeah, this is me. Yeah, I'm 100%. No, 100%. You know what I'm trying to say? And you know me as well. I've kind of learned about politics, but I'm not huge on politics. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I try not to step too far into it. That's another reason, I'll be honest. But it's just all emotional, man. But speaking of it, shift gears quick, yeah? Because you made me, every week you do this. I don't want to talk politics, but you make me talk politics. Charlie Kirk, bro.
What you saying? You know I've covered it. Peace. What you saying? What you?
No. I don't even want to. I'm not even trying to cover him.
Yeah.
Because I know some people love him, some people hate him. He was a divisive figure. Yeah.
Yeah.
My thing is, I'm saying whether you loved him, you hated him. I just think it's a bit mad. You in 2025, and whether you want to say he was a white supremacist, he was homophobic, he was Islamophobic, he was transphobic, every phobic, yeah, and ism.
Yeah. Should
someone be killed for their words and freedom of speech, or quote unquote freedom? It seems like that's eroding day by day, but quote unquote freedom of speech. Should you lose your life? And then on the other side of that, should that then be celebrated online? Like, even if you totally despise this guy, Mark, you hated everything he believed in, everything he said. He believed in the Second Amendment, which is you can have gun and stuff. And he even said it himself, because people keep referencing it, that he said, if you're gonna, I'm paraphrasing, if you're going to have the ability to carry and wield guns, you are unfortunately gonna have gun-related death and injury, but I think it was just death, yeah? Mm-hmm. And obviously he died at the hands of gun violence, yeah? People are like, it's karma, and jumping online and celebrating. I'm like, someone really someone, and a lot of the time it's someone you've never met. So I don't think you went out there and met him on tour or even tried to debate him or anything like that. You've never met this guy. Just someone you've seen online, seen videos of, gets your blood boiling every time you hear his name, you think about him, whatever. You celebrate that he dies. A lot of these celebrations go viral. People then begin to lose their jobs and then make response videos to them losing their jobs. Have you seen any?
Not even one. I ain't even seen the celebrations of people celebrating his death. They've
been coming online and crying because a lot of them have been getting taken down, Mark. But a lot of the things that have been staying up are people crying. There was one, I haven't been sending nothing out. I didn't really want to send anything, because it's based off a guy getting killed on video. So I didn't really want to send nothing around, even though it wasn't a video.
Yeah.
There was one, he was like, I work for Microsoft because I was celebrating Charlie Kirk. Crying because I was celebrating Charlie Kirk's death. You really found out where I lived, sent my video, reported my video. Now I've been fired. Oh, you're taking comments that I said online. You're taking the food out of my mouth and all of that. But I'm saying you're getting upset over things that you said, but you thought it was okay that a guy died because of things he said.
I see the angle.
So I'm just saying the freedom, it's a bit mad, innit? Basically I'm saying forget whether you agreed or not. I'm just saying, should someone die based solely on what they say? Should you be killed for that?
No.
Just because people...
The general answer is no.
Because remember, I know a lot of people, and the people will be in the comments, and don't think I'm not defending.
Yeah. Just saying.
I just like to be divisive as well. And ask the questions to make people think. Because you have to remember, because there'll be people who be like, yeah, he deserved it because, what he said and da-da-da. But for as many people sparking up who hated him, there's those that loved him and agreed with what he said. Remember, like I always say, and I say this to people all the time, especially with all this immigration stuff and all the other complaints we have in the UK, I'm like, remember, however you're feeling over here, someone feels the opposite over here.
Yeah, there's a yin to every yang.
Facts.
And there's a yang to every yin. A lot of people don't understand that. With my man, again, it's you that showed me a few of his actual debates of him saying certain things.
Yeah, I was introduced to him and I shared it with you on a Jubilee Surrounded.
Yeah.
Because that was the first video of his that I watched, and that was the first one of Jubilee that I've watched. And I've watched a few of the Jubilee. They do interesting debates. It's not all political. Because they've had him on, they've had Ben Shapiro on, Candice Owen. Then they had another interesting one. It was like one former cop versus like 20 anti-cop. You know, people don't like police.
Yeah.
They do those ones a lot, Surrounded. They had one, it was so embarrassing, Mark. They had another one. It wasn't Surrounded though, but it was a guy. So I'm sat here, yeah? You're asking me questions, but everyone's behind me. I can't see them. He was a billionaire. Mark, I was so embarrassed. There was only a few black people there. One black guy, Mark, in essence, crying for the whole of it, yeah? Every time he spoke to him, got on the mic. To the point where he was like, you've got the money. You could change everyone's lives here. Da-da-da. The geezer said, yo, here. Gave him $100. And he's like, thank you. He was still crying after. So when they had like the diary room bit, he gave me $100, but he could have done more. He could change everyone's life. So everyone in the comments is like, bro, are you not embarrassed? You're a grown-ass man.
Begging?
And you've come to beg another grown-ass man.
Yeah. Now,
I felt embarrassed for him.
Now, you know what it is, yeah? Listen, yes, I understand that there are going to be difference of opinions. Like with my man.
Just in life, yeah.
I disagree with him about reparations, yeah? I feel like anybody who was involved in that, I'm just going to say that, our people, our ancestors, the FBA, man, you know, just globally, whoever were the ancestors of that.
Yeah.
I think reparations definitely needs to go on. Now, some people will turn around and say, nah, they can't do that. Yes, they can. It's been proven, but not only that, we work for free. You know what I mean? We work for free. He spoke out against that. Do I think he deserved to die for that? No. You see what I mean?
Yeah.
Do I think he deserved to die for that? No. However, we're in a time, where me saying that don't make it true, because I'll tell you when I realized, you know, I've been doing podcasts, and when I say I, Stephen, obviously it's we, but I picked up a mic in 2013 as far as podcasting.
Time flies.
No, 2012? No, 2011. 2011, I picked up a mic for the first time to record content like this, podcasting. First time I picked up the mic, it weren't even called a podcast then, I don't think.
I don't know what it was called.
Right back in them times, picked up the mic.
Some man call it being a chatty patty, but go on.
Facts. now, some man's call it that. You see what I mean? That's what they called it back then. And right from then, our man's a chatty patties, whatever, when we were doing our thing. Anyway.
Imagine you coin man's phrase to try this, man. That's what.
See what I'm trying to say?
Cheeky bastard.
So, moving forward now, doing that, spoke about all kind of things here in the UK. You know what I mean? Man have been doing podcasts from the days of Mick Philpott. Not people don't even know who that is. Man have been doing podding from Mick Philpott days.
I remember Mick.
Now, I've never really noticed how radical things got, but each year things got worse and worse and worse. Like people stand on campaigns. Like I remember there was one year, the Grammys. It was the year when Oscars So White, when Will Smith and Jada Smith were boycotting the Oscars because they were saying that it was just a whitewash thing.
Was it
2015?
Oh, okay. I was going to say 16.
Yeah.
One of them.
I remember watching that particular Oscars ceremony. Everybody involved had their own agenda. Yo, I'm here for the vegans. I'm here for the
animals,
QBT, LGBT thing.
LGBT plus premium. No ads.
I'm here for the Españols, the Latino crew. Yo, I'm here for the Black Americans. Everyone had something.
Yes.
What I'm trying to get at is every year progressively there is a new
something.
something that people are going harder for, to the point where all these years I've been doing podcasts, I only realized how deep it was with the Diddy thing. So I'm online, Stephen, like literally, I remember like, this is at the time when I still call it our championship run, 2023. Yeah, no man can't chat to that. Man can't chat to man now, but that year when we were doing remote, because obviously you know it's hard anyway, but mans were doing remote. And I remember the Diddy thing happened.
Remind me.
And so when I say we worked a year remote, not being in this physical studio.
No, the 20, remind me of the early Diddy, I can't remember the early Diddy stuff.
When the first Diddy stuff came out, it was rumors firstly of what he had allegedly done with Cassie.
That's it.
And the rumors started coming out and we done an episode on it. And it was a fiery episode. And then I remember after the fact, we may have done a follow-up 2 or 3 where we just, as things were coming out, mans were just covering certain things.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, now, I remember there was this one day now, we covered the episode, mans broke it down best way we could, put it up on YouTube, Spotify, all the rest of it, all them TikTok clips, all that good stuff. And my thing, Stephen, once we do an episode, mans usually move forward, unless it's like something major, mans are on to the next week or the next piece of content, unless like certain mans might catch like a second cycle or a third cycle. The Diddy thing, mans are catching in 4th, 5th cycles. Anyway, banged out the episode. And I just remember the one day just being somewhere and, yo, I heard you say that about Diddy. And I said, yeah. Well, nah, you can't say that.
I said it though.
I'm like, what do you mean?
I'll say it again, to you.
I'm like, what do you mean? Nah, you can't say that. It's like man's are sticking up for Diddy. I said, yo, show me where man sticked up for Diddy. Show me, just because it don't align with what you were saying, with what you're saying, yeah? Show me where there's any difference. That's just how it seems to me. That's what the person said. So that's when I realized, so you can literally watch something on TV and say,
form your own agenda.
That person's attacking me. A man can be saying, yo,
that's how it goes.
Yeah, I don't like people who wear orange shirts. He's attacking me, he is. He's talking about me. He don't like me. It might have been that time when there was a parade in 2017 and I was walking across the top piece and he's seen me over there and he don't like me since then. That is how people form logic in today's world. All this stuff, like I said, World War II.
Everything's emotion, man.
It's all emotion. There's
no logic anymore.
It all starts from, I don't like this person or I don't like that person.
Yeah, in 2025, this is what I'm saying. That needs to change, bro. Facts. To emotions don't care about you facts. Because that's all it is now. Fact, logic, common sense. It doesn't matter. That means nothing versus how I feel.
Yeah.
And whether or not I choose to take offense. Because that's what it is anymore, People no longer get offended. People choose to take offense to everything. Because it's gotten so bad where some people will go back in time, and reach for things. So, like old forms of media and stuff.
Yes.
They'll reach for it to be offended.
Yeah.
That's not good. Bro, it come out in 1991.
Yeah.
Brother, go get a life. Go outside. Go chirp a gal. Touch some grass. Eat a cornetto.
Facts. But Stephen, I don't even want to interrupt you there because the show is flowing beautifully, but it is a to be continued. Yeah.
Saying it.
Do apologize.
Before we get out of here, man, leave you with this, for this week. This one's a good one because people need to know this, bud. Quote me on it, yeah? Letting hate consume you is like drinking poison, hoping the world around you will die.
Facts.
And that's how people move, Yo, me hate Mark, Me want him gone. Where poison there? That makes sense?
It don't make sense at all.
Come on, man. It's the greatest show on earth. Making Thursdays great again. Never late again. Dynamic Duo back in full effect. We had to cut it short, people. Apologies. But everything's greater later, man.
Yeah, man. All right, that's it, man.
We're gone.